Hey everyone, this is Debbie with the Mind, Body, Soul Evolution. So welcome or welcome back. And today we're pulling cards, tarot and oracle cards for the sign of Aries for the whole summer. So from June 22nd all the way till September 21st, right around there. We're going to be pulling our cards and see what the whole summer holds for our Aries friends. So normally I would do this, I would do Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, and do all the elements, same elements together, but I've decided for the summer it's going to be a slightly longer card pull, I believe. So we're just going to do Aries right now, our first sign of the zodiac. So Aries, how you doing? So far, Saturn has moved into Aries on May 24th, and it will remain there until right around September 1st, and then in 2026 it'll leave, and then it's going to come back in again. So, but with this transit, this is going to give you the sense, or it's going to fuel your excitement, right? Like to start to take on more leadership roles, to take more charge in areas of your life, whether it is your career, your home, your romantic life, or your relationships. So you're going to feel a lot of excitement around this. A lot of confidence is starting to build up in you. So just be aware that, this is great, but make sure you don't wear yourself out or burn yourself out, Aries. You're a fire sign. The first fire sign, the first sign of the whole zodiac. So for fire signs, it's really easy to get burnt out because we are fueled by the sun, right? Like the sun just kind of lights us up a little more. So be cautious. Use that energy to go into new areas, to explore something you haven't done before, to find that excitement and passion for life. But make sure you find balance. So balance between rest and excitement. Balance even like the foods that you eat to fuel yourself and your body as you move forward into this summer. So it's going to be an exciting summer. Summer is always exciting. And this is for your Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising, and for your Venus. This is, again, it is summer for the Northern Hemisphere, and it's going into winter for the Southern Hemisphere, if I could speak. So this is for the Northern Hemisphere, the summer season for the sign of Aries. I already pulled your first card. I started the video, and then something happened. I had to shut it down and start again. But the Ascended Masters deck, and the card I pulled was Trust Vishnu, and I will hold this up for you. And it says, so this is about trusting yourself, right? Leaning into your intuition or trusting the feelings that you're getting. You can trust the situation you're inquiring about. A solid foundation of your situation gives it a trustworthy basis. Keep purifying your motivations so that they're completely about love and service to elevate the energy and experiences even further. Additional meanings, the person, if you're inquiring about a person or a situation, it is trustworthy. Trust that your prayers are being answered even if you don't yet have evidence. You're on the right path. Trust your gut feelings and intuition. So Aries, with that as your first card, I would say lean into your sixth chakra a little bit, doing a little bit of meditation or just leaning into these hunches or these feelings that you get in your body about something. And we'll go into our next card as a Moonology deck. So if you have a feeling like something's not right, then just trust that. Because it doesn't mean it's not right. And in the long run, it just may mean that just in this moment, it's not right. And the opposite as well, right? If you feel something feels really good for you, go for that. Lean into that intuition and just trust, or close your eyes and breathe in and breathe out. Connect to yourself. So let's see what the Moonology is holding for our Aries friends for the summer season. It's exciting. Summer's a great time. It's energetic. It's bold, right? It's illuminated by a fireball. It's a great time to go exploring new things and new paths, new places, meeting new people. So we tend to feel a little uninhibited in the summer, right? So let's see what this holds for our Aries friends. Okay, just cut the deck here. And you have New Moon in Virgo, trust all will be well. So 2 cards about, first this says trust, and trust all will be well. So those of you who are going through a transformation, whatever that may be, let me see if I can find this here. There's a lot of self-trust involved here. So here we go, New Moon in Virgo. And just look at both of these cards have like these beautiful green hues in them. So the green hues would connect to the heart chakra, which is the bridge between our earthbound chakras and our spiritual bound chakras. So leaning in, just that in and of itself. And they both have like, well, this has an ocean landscape, this has a mountain landscape, but just the colors themselves lean into the heart chakra. So for some of you, especially if there are relationships involved for you, maybe there's some healing to look at for our Aries friends. So sometimes we want everything to happen yesterday, but divine timing is a real thing. Sometimes we need more pieces of a jigsaw to fall into place before we can get what we want. So slowing down now is the key for you to get what you want. So take your time and allow events to unfold. So that's kind of what we talked about with this first card. Well, and I'm sorry, with the Saturn energy, lighting you up and, having this newfound energy, to take the leadership roles, but not to burn yourself out, right? So this is starting off right away for you, Aries. See what you can do for others is a really quick and easy way, both to distract yourself and to boost your good karma while you wait for your dreams to manifest. There's a reason why you pulled this card, so make sure you pay attention. This card is an especially good card for matters related to a job or health situation. So if you're manifesting, go out of your way to help someone. Helping boosts karma. Be reliable. Don't overthink things. So Archangel Metatron, who works to clear away and heal any lower energies, might make you feel rushed. Ask him to clear energy and the energy of wherever you are. So Archangel Metatron, call on him. He's about sacred geometry around the globe. So let's see. We have the Wandering Star Tarot deck for you today, Aries. So we're going to go into your reading. And let's just see what this summer season... And you have the 2 cards on the bottom are the Star, Hope, and Judgment, major arcana cards. So Judgment is peeling away the layers, right? And allowing yourself to be free. So what does the tarot hold for our Aries friends for the whole summer season of this year? A lot happening. So trust, Aries. What does that mean for you? Right? Is there anything in the way of you trusting yourself? You have the Fool and 2 cards face down. So maybe there's a new adventure coming your way, right? If you're starting to take on these leadership roles, that could be, for some, that could be really new for you. Or maybe you're a leader in one area, but you're moving into the leadership role in another area. Starting off with the Major Arcana card. So that tells me you have a big shift happening, Aries, in this summer. Okay, let's take these. Now, you have the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. We have the Fool, which is face down. The next card over is Four of Cups, King of Pentacles, the Hanged Man, Eight of Pentacles, Six of Wands, Ace of Swords, Wheel of Fortune. So let's go into this, because both of your cards that you pulled, that are pulled for you in the beginning, are about trust. Trusting the timing of the universe, or the divine timing, trusting yourself and your intuition, trusting the path that you're on, or whether or not something is or is not a good fit for you. For some of you, trust might be the new leadership role that you take on. It might be something that you haven't, maybe a skill or something you haven't never cultivate yet. Because maybe you tried something, or you've trusted people and they've disappointed you, or they have not lived up to their word. So this makes me feel like you're leaning into yourself and learning that, to dive into that internal compass. It might be something new for some of you. Right? We have the Four of Cups, and it's like, yeah, these things, these cups here are not, maybe they're not full of trust for you. Maybe they had some deception behind them. But then this one comes through and it says, but wait a minute. You have to keep trying, and this is where you can trust. I think this is your relationship more about yourself and taking control of your life and your situation. Because once you start to lean into that, and it's not like, yes, I completely trust myself, I got this. It is a process. It is what feels good and right in my body. What doesn't feel right? Have I heard this before? Have I been here before? And even if I have, is it going to be the same thing it was in the past that didn't work out? You're really learning to tune into yourself. And for some of you, this might be a deeper spiritual understanding of how spirit works with you and for you, and how you interpret spirit. Once you start, and it's just a little bit, it doesn't have to be like, okay, now I have this. If it's a whole process, it's a process, it's a journey, right? Once you start to tune into yourself, I know I'm going to tell you to close your eyes and breathe into your body. But little things, once you lean into that, the King of Pentacles, so this goes right away. You start to find a place of comfort, or a source of stability. So if you have had shaky relationships, or you have had an upbringing where the situation at home didn't feel safe, or you didn't feel secure, you were not secure in your role in the family, that's all going to change for you. This is going to be a big thing for our Aries friends. The Hangman, you're changing your perspective on what that even means for you. Because society will tell us it means one thing. But that, I say this all the time, don't listen to society. Society's not right. Not always right. Mostly not right. You're going to change your perspective as to what it means to trust yourself and take on the role of taking charge of your life, and what your life should look like and how it should feel. This is going to be a whole new thing. I think again, I said, a lot of you are going to have a different relationship moving forward with the spirit, whatever you call it. God, source, divine, spirit. But that's your relationship with your whole inner self. So let's bring this internally. Let's maybe start to get away with the notion, or move away from the notion that like everything is like out there, but it's not. It is in here. The same source, spirit, divine, God, whatever it is that you believe in, or that you're being called or have a curiosity about, that's because it's already within you. So now you're exploring your inner self. And it may stem from whatever religious background you have, if you are associated with an organized religion. Or maybe you're very free-spirited and you're going to an organized religion, or maybe the vice versa. But you're going to start seeing things in a different way. Your perception of how you should be living your life and moving through things is going to change. This is going to take the whole summer. Now you have 8 of Pentacles, 6 of Wands, Ace of Swords, Wheel of Fortune. So let's put these two down for a minute. For some of you, I think you've been trying, it's been a long time trying to figure things out. And some things feel like they've been overcomplicated. Like life itself has been a little overcomplicated. And maybe you're starting to figure out that it's having less complications, or having things a little easier, less things in your life or around you, or less external influences that help you to go into where you want to go. So the intuition, the inner self, the God, source, divine is subtle. It's subtle. It's subtle because it's confident. So in confidence, we can be subtle. We don't have to be out there. The ego is loud and boisterous, and it yells, and it screams for attention, and it demands to be acknowledged and to be right. That's when something or someone is not confident, when they're not tuned into themselves. When you're starting to tune in, intuition is very soft. You're going to start to lean into that softness. So when we said earlier, with Saturn and all these big energies coming your way and this big enthusiasm, try not to burn yourself out. And it's really exciting when you learn something, you discover something new about yourself, and you just want to go running through the fields or whatever, and take a moment. As you learn new things about yourself, as these awarenesses start to break through, sit with them for a few minutes or maybe a day. Journal them out. I'm a big fan of journaling. And sit with it and really let that energy come into you or make its way to your awareness from the innermost part of who you are. Because these changes, people are going to start noticing what you're doing. They may notice before you realize. And people may ask you, what are you doing different? What has changed? I see a shift in change in you. And that's okay. Let them see it. And if you say, I don't know, I'm moving with the energy, I'm learning to trust my own intuition, and it feels a little different for me. 8 of Pentacles. Generally, this is about mastering your craft. This is things that you've achieved. You've learned a lot about yourself. It could also be a card of overdoing. When you start to simplify things. And simplifying things takes away the stress. When you take away the stress, things start to open. Ace of Swords, right? The Fool, the Ace of Swords, and the Hanged Man. All about new beginnings. The Ace of Swords and the Hanged Man are all about new perspective. Learning new things, seeing things in a different light than the way you did them before. So you're starting to see things with your mind's eye and not these eyes, or not the eyes of society or even the world, but your own inner space. You get to choose, Aries. You get to make choices now that you want to make, and not choices that you had to make. If that's making any sense. The choices as summer goes in and as you move into the fall, You're going to be making choices more aligned and more exciting for you. Even if people don't understand. But I think they're going to understand. I think you're going to have people that are really excited to see this aspect of yourself. Especially as the first sign of the zodiac. You're the trailblazer, right? You're the one who's kind of like laid the groundwork. But then like you don't always see the completion of it. Like you start the project and then it goes on to the next and to the next, and you don't always see the completion of it. You're going to actually be able to see the completion of what you've done. Right? So let's see. I'm going to pull out the Light Seers deck. Let's go a little deeper for you. So are there any... Put this here. And I'm using a separate deck just in case if there's any other duplicate cards that want to come out. So we will ask the Light Seers deck for our Aries friends for the summer of 2025. Are there any, what obstacles may they encounter? What obstacles, might they encounter in this version of trusting themselves, in this version of seeing things in a whole new perspective, in this ability to realize that they can turn the wheel of destiny in any direction they want? So is there anything, or what might they encounter? What blocks or obstacles might they encounter throughout this, or that they need to take a look at? No, that's too many cards. They're not coming apart. So let's see what obstacles might come your way. Maybe not a whole lot because nothing's popping out, but let's see. And I want to make sure that you have what you need, because any change is never smooth sailing, right? There's usually something. So let's just see if there's any obstacles or anything. There we go. Queen of Cups, King of Pentacles. And they may not seem like there are blocks, but this might be people, and they could be parents or someone who's a little more mature than you, who don't understand this, might be asking you to, are you sure about what you're doing? Let me see if there's anything else. There's too many cards. Okay. One more. Page of Wands. Okay, you're pretty good here. Four of Swords. This comes back to rest, right? As these energies come in and as you start to feel this excitement and moving forward, and you're owning yourself a little more, make sure you take some rest. So Queen of Cups, King of Pentacles, Page of Wands. So minor arcanas. So nothing big, right? But this is also about balance too. Cups and earth, water and earth are about balance. As you find that spark of excitement, make sure you balance yourself. Listen to the inner wisdom. And also the wisdom from the lessons that you've learned from the things that did not work out for you. And move forward with your intuition, leading with your heart, leading with love, leading with compassion. Right? New Moon in Virgo. While you're waiting for things to manifest. And let's not get too eager or try to rush it. Trust the timing. And maybe go be of service to someone. Do this random acts of kindness. My youngest daughter, Canella, is always doing random acts of kindness for people. And that shows up in your Queen of Cups. As you go through this, our life is not just about you. Not you, but at all. My life is not just about me, but it's about the people that I come in contact with. And it's about what I can do for others along the way and on my path to becoming myself. And we're all here to help each other out. We're all here to have compassion. So maybe just open your up a little bit, a little more compassion, help people along the way, and that will help to manifest. Again, if you have two King of Pentacles, both King of Pentacles came out, which is really unusual. So, great things are meant for you, Aries, during this summer season. I mean, beautiful things. And enjoy the enthusiasm. Make sure you rest. Make sure you get some rest for yourself. Little things at a time. So let's pull. Water on my table. Let's pull a card from the Goddesses, Gods, and Guardians deck to close off or round off your reading. So Aries, this is a beautiful reading for your summer. I hope you're finding some inspiration, some excitement, right? Some little Page of Wands energy. Right? So you started off, the first card in the tarot was the Fool, right? New beginnings. And now we're ending with like enthusiasm and excitement. So it's fabulous, Aries. I'm loving this for you. And of course, the sun will help to illuminate anything that you need to see. So let's see the goddess. Oh, jeez. All the cards fell out. The Goddesses, Gods, and Guardians deck, who is guiding you on this journey, okay? This card keeps coming out every time, so I'm just going to put him back. Because I almost think that card is more for me, so I'm sorry. Because that card comes out probably about 90% of the time I shuffle this deck, so I think that's more my card, so my apologies, Aries. But if it comes back up again, then we'll give it to you. Okay. And what do we have here? Apana, Earth Magic. Here you go. This is your card. Look at that. And she's very relaxed. She's like, and she is cloaked. Again, you have the greens in the background for the heart chakra and the deep purples, right? Which is your third eye chakra. That is your intuition, which goes back into your cards of trust. Trusting yourself, trusting the timing. So, let's see what this says, Apana. So, Earth Magic, and she's got this beautiful horse. And it says, Mother Gaia is speaking. Nature's jewels bring healing and protection. Honored among the Celts, Romans, and North Africans as a protector of horses, Apana was said to be the offspring of a mare and a mortal king. Within feminine spirituality, she dwells in the forest as a fairy queen and can appear as a woman, a horse, and sometimes a river or water spirit. She's an environmental warrior connecting humanity with the healing magic of nature. Her symbols are a horse, cornucopia, and keys. Does she have a key on her? No, but she has a beautiful amethyst necklace, though. Okay, so let's see. This is a sign to enter swiftly into the healing power of nature. So, if you find you're getting a little burned out, right? And this person is resting in what looks like a little bird's nest, right? In nature. You need to connect with the magic that lies within trees, plants, water, and crystals. You're being guided toward a special natural setting to relax your body and engage your spirit. Be open to receiving a message delivered through your feelings and intuition. We're going back to this again. You're a crystal and a natural healer. The jewels of the earth are calling you. They bring spiritual protection, and reattune you to magical powers. Listen to the messages given by trees, streams, flowers, plants, and crystals. They hold vital keys to protecting Mother Gaia. They're also essential for your well-being and spiritual path. Take regular breaks in nature and you'll hear us cheering you on. So this is getting back to outside nature and also the true nature, Aries, of yourself. The true essence. It started off with trust, moving into trusting divine timing, and going back into the nature of the world, the physical nature outside, the trees, the plants, the streams, the air, the birds, the water, the elements, and the nature of your own self. So this, Aries, is your reading. This is for the whole summer 2025. So enjoy your summer. You've got a lot of expansion, a lot of growth, a lot of joy coming your way. So I hope you have found some guidance in this, and maybe some more questions. It's always good to have questions. I'm a big believer in ask the questions. The more questions that we have, that means the deeper we're digging into the truth, into our journey. That's the more open we are to receiving and accepting. Aries, that is your reading for summer 2025. Any questions, put them in the comments or feel free to reach out. If you would like a more in-depth personal reading, send me an email and we can get that on the books for you. But until next time, sending you light and love, and have a fabulous summer, Aries. I am so excited for you.